Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It's quite small on the screen, but if I bump it up, then we can't quite see all the games so well. Let's bump it up one more time so we'll see all 4 games going. At least we're working today. Yesterday I made a fruitless attempt to add TikTok. What a jettison that was. Spent $149 on Streamlabs Ultra and it trashed my whole system. I believe I already subscribed to Streamlabs Ultra, and I have to go through tech support to get that $149 back because I think it signed me up for another account, and the other account didn't recognize any of my streaming services except for TikTok, which I couldn't connect to anyway. So therefore I wasn't just only connecting on TikTok, as it turns out. Quite annoying. Note of wisdom: do not do anything serious, especially tech-wise, right before you really need your computer to work. Don't make any changes. So yes, we can see all of the boards ever so slightly, and the names. That's good. Charles numero uno, black, down a knight for some strange reason against Hitesh Madras. Let's see where the knight was lost. Let's move this down just a little bit so you can see the cross table. Let's see, everything was good right here, but black literally did not get his knight out of danger. So in this particular position, was it possible? Probably bishop d6 was the best move. And then castling queenside and not worrying about anything, because the move f4 both doubly attacks the bishop and threatens to trap the knight, because the knight is skewered to the back rank. By putting the bishop here, the knight is now anchored. Now that the knight is away, the removing the defender is in play, which he didn't play, so we still have a chance to get ourselves out of danger. Or do we? No, we don't. No, it's all over but the shouting. All over but the shouting. Because now, wow, the player did not, oh, he doesn't have it anymore, because a knight g4 check, rook takes, pawn takes knight. Oh no, and he took that way, and his knight is still trapped. And then he just happened to lose his knight to it being trapped. C'est la vie. So as a result, it's become a tremendous defensive chore, because there are 3 pawns for the knight on the king side, but that's it. That's all we got, folks. 3 pawns for the knight on the king side. That is the end of it. Trying to prevent the pawn from moving forward with the threat of check. Also trying to get the pawns moving, which seems very reasonable. And now he can go after the weaknesses, one or the other. At least trying to gain time. But certainly we should not be trading rooks, because these pawns are not strong enough. And that's probably the end of it for Charles numero uno. Let's move on to the next one. Here black has a losing king and pawn ending, it seems. But maybe it's just enough to draw, because his king is within reach of this square. King G5, E5, King F5, King G3, King takes E5, King takes G4, King D4, and black has the better of it there. So therefore, we're just going to have to barnacle back and forth here. Not move the E pawn at all. Gain as much space as we can. Just moving backwards, folks. That's all we can do. It's just equal. Equal chances for both sides to screw this up, in other words. Equal chances to screw this up for both sides. Oh no! And now after the king moves up, pawn, 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 queen, pawn, check, check, takes queen. So now white loses. It appears that white loses because of the skewer on the E file after promotion. Was there a move that he could have played here? Yes, he should have just played king to G2 and barnacled. This pawn cannot be taken. I'm sorry, this pawn cannot be taken because the pawn runs through. So these pawns are completing the protected passed pawn, preventing the loss. But now that he's given black a passed pawn, Ariel Zamora, let's look at this from the white side. Yes, it is Ariel Zamora allowing the opponent to queen. So all that's left now to look at is Senor Yaps versus Avery 1014. A little bit of a sore throat. Hopefully Nima is okay. She's been coughing up a storm as well. Well, that kind of forces the exchange. Ouch! He didn't recapture with the pawn because he thought the pressure on G2 was too great. Bishop F3. Is there any counterplay here? Any counterplay. Oh, there's some counterplay. Queen to C3 check. Rook to E2. Black is down the exchange. Black is now up the exchange. Ironic, but true. I don't know if I would be going for this because that was Black's worst placed piece. Black should exchange it off, but now this bishop may come alive. Interesting. Small threat of Queen C3 here. So Queen C3 check. King to G8, and there's nothing to write home about anymore in that position. We can't even play B4 because we can't exchange on this square. Now we have to move up and keep everything secured. Queen to C4 to try to hold on to the battleship. Or Queen to E3. That may work. The Queen is a terrible blockader, but now the Rook's coming in. No! He wasted his tempo on that check. But he doesn't feel that the knight is in danger anymore, so he can play bishop to h3 going after the f5 pawn weakness, the isolated pawn on f5. I'm feeling weaker and weaker as I get older, unfortunately. I think black should have played f4 right there. But no. As it turns out, the pawn on f5 is falling. But is the pawn on d5 falling? Guess not. I think there was a saving grace back here. He could have really played... No, he couldn't have. He could not have played queen h4, queen d4 check, because the queen would be blocking on e5. So at least he got a little bit of a pass pawn before he gave away a full bishop. Avery is earning his 2380 stripes. Let's see how many rating points. Why didn't we take that free bishop? Instead, the opponent took the free bishop. Ouch! Senor Yaps. Rook to g6 or rook to d8? d5, c7. Always a threat, c7. Bishop has to stay on that long diagonal. Now that the rook cannot return, this knight is threatening to cut off the bishop. But it's just not enough. Is he attempting a second pass pawn? He has to remember that he's actually down a piece, and that rook to g4 check, rook takes a4 would have been fatal. As will be pawn takes, knight takes, and goodnight Gracie. Say goodnight, Gracie. Alright. Let's just run over to the analysis board very quickly to see where we stand on our opening moves. As white, we're either playing c4 or e4. We may return to the fold on the knight f3 front. I'm looking into it. And as black, just in case we are black, against e4, we need 4 more Sicilians and 1 more d5 that we know of. I don't necessarily know that we need 1 more d5, but I do know that we need 4 more Sicilians. And against e4, I'm sorry, against d4, we're working on d5. And against c4, g6, we're very close. We'll play the Fischer defense, yes? So we're white. We have I think I had e4 to go as well as c4, right? Let's get to c4 because I know that was a fact. I didn't write anything down, unfortunately. Krishna Chandra. Krishna Chandra. I had a terrible... You have to always refresh. It's released. So b4 or b6. Since we're here, since we've been gone, since we've been gone, let the words fly, I fly away. So we're definitely exchanging one pawn and another pawn, and we're going to grab our space advantage. And it looks like we have ways of releasing the Kraken. Yes, we could have taken on g6. That was simpler. Obviously, that was simpler. So we're not up a pawn anymore after that move. But I know he wants to take my bishop. So therefore, 'tis all yours, sir. I have to take this, that, and the other thing. I thought you might try that, but we gain a little bit of time with our development. Knight f4 was also possible. Knight h3. G5, G4, but then I go back to F4. Tough call. Does look a wee bit sketchy, doesn't it? This whole operation. Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna definitely sneak in there to take a rook. And another small threat has just appeared. Not that it's anything. It is not anything. Just yet. Nope. We're taking with check. Coming home to roost, sir. We are coming home to roost. Still haven't won any material yet, so that is a testament to our opponent's fortitude here. I don't know that he's not saving his bishop, though, unfortunately. Feel terrible about this. He can get 2 rooks for... He can get a rook for 2 bishops with bishop a3. Or can he? Queen c7. Rook c7. Yeah, the bishop can save itself with bishop e8 after that. So it is 2 rook. It is 2 bishops for a rook. Yep. It's possible that we overlooked that one. Or did we? Maybe, just maybe, we want more out of this deal. How does he guard b6? Because knight takes b6 threatens mate. Maybe he moves his dark squared bishop. He just waits with the white squared bishop. Ah, he has bishop takes g2. And on bishop takes g2, knight takes b6. Oh, he loses his queen if he tries to stop mate with that one. Where are you going? Alright, I'm anxious to see what happens next. There's a full rook, but the rooks aren't doing anything just yet. Interesting. So if I take, it's still checkmate, right? So he gave away that one. Needed bishop f5 in to make that work. But at this stage, what? He doesn't believe that it's mate. Well, you're right. I don't believe it's mate either. No, don't do that. I wanted a pawn mate for a Rosen trophy. You had to come forward, sir. Forward. I was desperate to get a pawn checkmate. Pawn checkmates are the easiest way to earn Rosen trophies. We'll make it to 400 Rosen trophies soon enough. Let's see that game again. First this one. Ariel Zamora. First time they've ever played. Avery, 1014, huh? So did he survive that last one? No, Senor Yaps hung it up for him, didn't he? Is that true? Yeah. Senor Yaps should have won that game with an extra piece. So as white, we still need 4 C4s. Do I have anything to write on? Nothing, huh? For all of my notebooks when I need them. Grab a Caesar's Rewards. I need more birthdays for July 20th, apparently. Seems to be a light day. So, E4 is at, let's use the erasable pen for this next part. Well, we can do E4 and C4 very clearly as white. $546, $582, and as black against E4. C5 and D5. Theoretically, we're at 99 D5s and 586 on the C5 front, and against D4. We need G6, G6 at 101, so it looks like we caught up on everything here somehow. Oh no, and D5s are at 85. And against C4 we want G6. I believe we were at 17 or something. Some ridiculously low number. We needed 3 G6s against C4. So we try to see what we can get against ouch. No, we had Rook A3. Wasn't Rook A3 just dandy? Rook takes A2. Worse yet, we have knight to G5, and that seems to protect everything. And create a lot of counterplay with rook to E1. Do we need rook E1? Rook takes A2, threatening mate, so that piece can no longer go forward. Maybe it has to be rook F2. Check. Rook to E8, rook to B8, queens. Just in time, we say. We wasted time with that move. H5, last ditch effort, but he's queening with check. Wow, Avery has survived. Again. Seems a little sketch, but Avery has survived again. Charles Numero Uno got the full point buy. He may be out of here after that, but I'm hoping he sticks around. I need to really replace no words with a different time zone. Maybe I should put my own time zone up there. Right? I'm hearing messages in the background. I have Discord temporarily uninstalled, unfortunately. So against D4, we need 5 D5s. I'm doing this for a student. Should we just play E5? Does that do anything? Knight C6. Yeah, let's go for it. Knight C6. We're going to get into some trouble here. Well, maybe not. Queen A4 and I lose a pizza. E5 was actually the answer. I think E5 was actually the answer. On that last move, let's just go back one move. Was E5 actually the answer? Interesting. Alright, fair enough. I'm asking for it now. My pieces are completely miscombobulated. Egats. Can we strike back yet? No, huh? It seems like I cannot strike back yet. Yes, that was all part of the plan to a certain extent. Okay. So he's taking with check. That doesn't really help me, does it? At all. Well, that was quite crazy. So at the moment it could be 2 pieces for a rook, yeah? I need to be able to run. So this was my original plan. 2 rooks or a rook. I only get a rook for the queen? Oh my god. That's terrible. I was up the exchange. I gave back a knight. I take 2 pieces for the queen. I only have 1 rook for the yeah, it's, that adds up. Story checks out. I hallucinated the whole time. I would have definitely fought against that had I had a chance. So G3, eh? So at the moment, it's 2 pieces for a rook. Just at the moment. That knight won't be getting out of there anytime soon. So... Yes, that's an annoying spot to be in. My queen has no squares. Still, my queen has no squares. Very annoying. So now the next 2 moves are as follows. Takes check. I thought you were trying for a pawn mate, sir. C'est la vie. Let's check out our opponent there. Nerding Geek. Yeah, it was very foolish of me. Bishop g4 is a move. Fair enough. You know, I don't think I've ever lost a game to the Black Bar Deemer. Never lost a game to the Black Bar Deemer. First time for everything. Bishop d7, yeah, I had to cower. I got fancy. I thought I could actually extract myself in some fancy way this way, but my opponent was just too good. I was terrible. Oh, that's what we're missing. Not that anyone's left a message, but we are missing speech chat. Let's see here. Create desktop shortcut. I don't think I need to auto start that device. But speech chat is now live. So anyone, I shouldn't say anyone, subscribers on YouTube, now which costs far less,
said, "Hello there."
Namaste, no words. Namaste. But we also have speech chat enabled for subscribers on YouTube, which is a little bit cheaper, honestly, to get TTS. Now we're back to white, and we need another c4. The last c4 did not.
No words. Said. Hello. Now words. Said. WDYM a little bit cheaper, it's free on YouTube.
A little bit cheaper. Exactly.
So I do Janander. Said. Nobody is here, face purple crying, face purple crying, face purple crying.
What do you mean nobody is here? What do you mean nobody's here? What are we, cat food? I'm going with G3, I think. What are we, part of the furniture? Nobody is here.
So I do Janander. Said. Is fun.
There we go. E6, huh? Fine. So in the church, in the urchin, and so in the Einder. It looks like it's German. So Einder, chin, under.
So I do Janander. Said. Hi, what is your ELO rating?
My ELO rating is low, 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 low. Like the Reeboks with the straps. Since I became a master in 1989, when my rating was over 2200 the first time. I believe my rating also went over 2200 nicely around 1991 or 1992. They sent me a master certificate again, but that's the original master certificate on the wall when I went over 2200 the first time. And basically, since then, my rating is low, 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 unspeakable. Anything below 2200. We're just going to say our ratings are low. How about that? Our ratings are okay if they're over 2200.
So I do Janander. Said. I'm from Germany, chess club SC Garching.
Nice. How did I know? I sensed there was some German in that name. Germany is a country. I've only been to Frankfurt on a 7-hour Lufthansa layover. And it was kind of a bummer. Unless he captures back with the knight, then I won't be playing d4.
Well, if you're wondering what's happened, so am I. The computer that we have running our news from time to time took off and went wild. So what we're going to do is start over from the top.
Interesting.
So I do Janander. Said. SC Garching by Munich.
That's awesome. That is indeed truly, truly awesome. Let's pin speech chat before I forget. Put it in the must opens at startup. Yesterday I ended up uninstalling literally everything to get my stuff working. Honestly, it was quite crazy. Very annoying, very rude, to say the least.
Well, if you're wondering
And now for something completely different, let's just keep him out. We ended up in a hedgehog, a reasonable hedgehog with the white pieces.
So ein Durcheinander said, we have 200 chess player in OUER club.
In our club, yeah. That is really a nice number. Is there an annual membership? Or is it a monthly membership? Or is it a small surcharge on some things? So let's see, knight to d4. Knight takes d4. Bishop takes d4. Bishop takes d4. I mean, yeah, knight and c takes d4. We'll live with it. Certainly the knight on the 5th rank is going to get lopped off by our knight on the 3rd rank. So the knight on the 5th rank will be a piece of greater value. So Emanuel Lasker, Sigbert Tarasch, William Steinitz. Who else was there in the great
So ein Durcheinander
seed of things?
said, I have ELO 1700.
1700, that's not bad. Not bad at all. And depending on your age, if your age is 5 years less than 22, let's just put it that way. So now bishop takes, pawn takes. Also considering rook takes knight, pawn takes, bishop takes. I couldn't calculate that far ahead in a rapid game, so therefore I decided to rough it here in this position with, is he going to let me take his bishop on b7 or not? That is the question. Yeah, rook to c1 was a little lame. I admit it. I should have played e3. Alright, so rook takes c3, bishop takes g2, rook takes c8. And I like my position with him having a bad bishop, but it's a very strong space advantage. So, bishop takes c3, bishop takes g2. Not a big fan. So if rook takes c3, e takes the rook, I take the bishop. He's forking two of my pieces. I'm down the exchange, but I have a very strong white squared bishop. So yeah, we'll go for it. Just to keep things complicated. Just to keep things complicated. This is very dangerous. The pawn reaching d2 is very dangerous. But I think we've got it under control. Alright, so we took a rook and a knight for our stuff. And now for something completely indifferent. This doesn't really work out. to be honest. It really does not work out. So at the moment, I have 2 pizzas for a rook. And I was just hoping that pawn would be a little overstretched, just a little overstretched. I was expecting him to take the knight. Easier to play my position. Far easier to play my position. Yes. We do have a plan for obstructing his bishop. Obstructing his bishop. D4 would have been better, but it's okay. No, no, you must go away, sir. You, sir, must go away. Away, 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 Dixie land. Well, we had a better endgame. We did scarf a pawn out of the deal after all. Yeah, knight d6, knight c8 was winning a pawn, or was it? Yeah, it was winning a pawn. Another pawn, mind you. Either the f7 pawn, or the a7, or the b6/b5 pawn. So then what would we have next? Knight e7, knight c6. With an anchored knight on c6 with a b5 pawn. Assuming he gives up the b6 pawn to b5 to stop me from taking on a7. Well, all in all, it was a good one. Well, maybe he has a6, so knight d6, king g7, knight c8, a6. Knight e7, knight c6. What can he do with that position? Then my pawns in the center start moving after knight c6. The bishop has to retreat. Let's go back and take a quick peek at what that would have been like. So this whole plan with d3 was faulty. What was I supposed to do here? 16 other players being processed before me. Knight c3? a3? I like a3. d4 was the original intention. Ah, knight a3. That's what I was missing out on. Just developing a piece with knight a3, leaving these pawns right where they are. So Bayern, oh no, Garching in Munich. Munich is an incredibly beautiful city indeed. Munich, Cologne, and Hamburg are high on my list. Berlin is sort of on my list. I figure I'm probably going to get to Berlin one way or the other. If I could choose only one of these cities, which one should I choose for my wife and I for October? We would be traveling in October. What should we choose? Let's get the Discord link up just in case. That is where you get most of the notifications of streams when they aren't tournaments especially. Log in with the QR code. Streamcord, Boobot, Fossbot, yada yada yada. Why is it not letting me log in? This is Discord, right? I don't need to join my own Discord, but still. Very annoying. To the phone number. That seemed to work.
Juicy Delicious said, "Good afternoon, chat."
Good afternoon, Juicy Delicious. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. All right, we need in theory, we need one more D5. Is this the time to do it? Nah, let's get the C5 in. We're trying to redeem ourselves after the previous loss.
Juicy Delicious said, "Not bad, thank you for asking. How are you?"
I'm alright. I'm a little under the weather. I think I need some honey and tea. Should I play bishop f5? I'm going to go with the old traditional bishop g4. Let's not hang a bishop. Pre-moving knight f6 would be bad. Yes. So now we still have our imbalance. 4 versus 3. Interesting. Where are you going? I want to grab that bishop pair while we can. And where are you going, sir? Hello? Where are you going? Preventing h3, knight takes e3, knight takes e3, attacking my rook with. Rook takes f4, hopefully. Let's start pinpointing those weaknesses.
Juicy Delicious said, "ARW, you originally from UK or Norway?"
I am. That's really annoying.
Juicy Delicious said, "Are you?"
I am originally from Denver, Colorado. Somewhat Scottish background roots. Is he getting frisky? I don't know. This looks like it's a better endgame for me. Interesting. Yeah, let's not let any funny business happen. No funny business.
Juicy Delicious said, "Oh, that's also nice. I asked about UK because you have a channel background wallpaper with a flag with the word London."
Is it? A channel background with the word London. Yeah, this could be bad for us, folks. Very, very, very bad.
Juicy Delicious said, "Yep."
Yes, very bad. Maybe it's not so bad. Maybe his king just needed to be further away from my pawns. Space advantage, aka quality, according to Kasparov's time, material, and quality. Kasparov referred to it as. Wow, to go from a winning, nearly winning endgame to losing to a pawn majority. Wow. A flag with the word London. Hold on. I have a channel background. Oh, that was the London. Yes. That was the, hold on here. That was the setting, University of London. That was the University of London that hosted Carlsen versus Fabiano Caruana, one of the many world championships I've been to. So the plus goal, updated 3 hours and 26 minutes ago. I need to generate 100 points per month. Fascinating. Let's check out this game while we wait. We did get one more Sicilian in there. We were very lucky in that one. I always love playing against the C3 Sicilian. It is the least lethal Sicilian that one could ever ask for. I don't know. Queen h4 was pretty ferocious there. Oh no, Queen h4 was less ferocious after the queen exchanges it. Now queen takes d5, or rook takes d5. Sorry, rook takes d5. Senor Yap's in a massive amount of trouble against Ron Hay. On several counts. Ouch. Defending a7, defending f7. That was easy. And the pawn on e5 still falls. Rook takes e5. No, rook takes e5. Never play the first move that you see. There's always a better move. Oh no, there wasn't a better move. You're right. You're absolutely right, Ron. There was no better move. As it turns out. Might have gone for rook a1 instead. This pawn is less lethal, but if we get a passed pawn out of the deal, I guess we have to take c4 no matter what. If we are white, we have to take on c4. Returning the favor. Why is Ron doing this? That was a terrible bishop. I guess his king couldn't get in. So my general rule follows Fisher's. Never ever exchange any pieces unless you know why it is good for you. So therefore, I feel like Ron had an advantage in this game. I could swear it. As long as that pawn can't move. For example, rook to c5. Waiting patiently. Totally equal chances for both sides. Chances are it's really dead equal. Wow. Two lessons in a row right after this. Charles numero uno on a tear. Finally, someone exposed Avery. But Charles's rating is suffering a little bit here. I've lost 5 games to Charles numero uno. Oh no, that's terrible. And they were all real games, too. Wow. So I won the first one. You won the second. I won the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, the eighth. Then I lost the ninth. 7th. I lost count. All the greens are good for him. We're looking at his stats. So much going on this weekend. So much going on. They're still thumping it out, huh? Let's just check out where the 50 move rule begins. Actually, it started as a Benko declined of sorts. So that was the last pawn move with G5, right? Last pawn move. Okay, started on move number 51, so at move number 101, barring any further exchanges. Or pawn moves. Oh no, there's a pawn move. Ron. Was he really thinking that he was going to... Was he really considering this possibility? So this was the possibility, right? King to f7, king to g5, rook check, king up, and then rook h5 mate. That was an entertaining possibility. Alright, Avery. Share the wealth in those rating points. Yes, Krishna Chandra. Against knight f3. I didn't look. Avery 1014. January 4th, 2010. Is that possible? Where do I want to go? This fellow is very big on moving the same piece twice. I didn't really want my pawn on that square, but it'll have to do. I don't know if this music is way too mellow or what. Interesting. What could he be considering here? Is he really considering castling queenside? Is that true? Maybe. Maybe that's what he's considering. Let him consider it. Was he considering G4? So let's see. Rook takes, king takes. Rook takes, king takes. Rook to d8 check. King moves. Alright, rook takes, king takes, queen takes. A takes. Rook d8 check. King to c2. Doesn't really do anything, unfortunately. It's very annoying. Well, he's not castling. That much is true. We aren't going to let him play. We aren't going to let him castle if he wishes to. Rook takes c6. Really? That's craziness. Rook takes c6. Huh. I asked for it, didn't I? A6, rook takes c6, a takes b5, rook to b6 check. And I'm getting stripped. Bishop c7. Rook takes c6. Alright, you deserve some respect, sir. You definitely deserve all of my respect. That you do. That you do. You deserve all of my respect. He does have an affinity for trying to win pawns and influence people. What does this do? Let's say we play knight to d5 for grins. Let's just say we play knight to d5 for grins. Bishop takes a6. Wowie, wow, wow, wow. He's got us here, ladies and gentlemen. He attacked us, we attack him. That's a bummer. He won a pawn out of the deal. Alright, now we need to throw that one in. What in the world? Dudovich. Chess. Wow. That was a very tense battle. He definitely knew how to set up checkmate from someone born in 2010. He's 24 years old. No, he's 14 years old, this guy. "14-year-old Avery." Wow. Are we going to make it to round 9? Oh, Avery ducked out of the competition, so we're not getting any more tiebreak points from him, either Charles nor myself. So that levels the field a little bit for the rest of the players, because Ariel Zamora could pick up quite a number of tiebreak points. What's going on here? Charles numero uno is up a lot of stuff. B5. Senor Yaps. No, rook to E7 was probably a lot easier. This is just one piece, mind you. And he's threatening to take the bishop now. Might have been the same thing the other way. Not sure what that was meant to accomplish. Thought I heard the pitter-patter of little feet. I really did think that I heard the pitter-patter of little feet. Moment of truth on the technique. That's good technique. Anakin, are you here? +9. He's become more patient, Charles numero uno. I think he's willing to go 72 games for a win. Solid as they go. Now, the interesting thing is, since Avery is ducked out, Ron Hay has not played Avery. But Ron Hay has played Senor Yaps, which basically means that Charles numero uno is getting Ron Hay. And I'm not getting... Let's assume that Ron is taking care of business here. Uh-oh, Ron is not taking care of business here. Yuck. MJ Wong. The terrible internet connection. That must be a home connection. I apologize. I meant to say it the other way around. That must be a cell phone connection. Or he's on an airport connection. Charles's Wi-Fi is strong. Ariel Zamora is less strong. Avery is gone. Couldn't take it anymore. How did Avery do? Avery lost 2 in a row after taking 2 rounds off. So I did get Charles numero uno. And I do need an E4. I'm not fooling around against Charles. I could play another c4, but moment of truth. So now let's avoid any exchanges since our opponent has a cramped position. This is all the rage now. In the old days, I would play f4 in this position. This is more of a modern move. Well, that's interesting. Why would he do that? Moving the same pawn twice when he could have developed and prepared other moves like a6. Trying to think of a match where bishop g5, a world championship match, where the classical variation is my knight, is my rook trapped. It could well be. But it might not be. Do I want to play it this way? I'll play it this way. I'm nothing but a heartache. Mm-hmm. All right, now do we have a chance at some overworkage? Where's the knight going? Overworkage is possible. All right, now for the moment of truth. Here, there, and everywhere. Bishop takes b7. Nope, doesn't threaten anything. This does, though. Yeah, that's a bummer. Whoa, he didn't go for it. He did not go for it. That's craziness that he did not go for it. We got very lucky this game in our piece coordination effort. He had rook takes b2 check and bishop d4 check, and I don't think I could win that position instead of taking on h4.
Pegasus Sway said, "Hi, all food time, noodles, okay, I try." Blugfits said, "Cheap viewers on those a 2 top BM69."
Nice. Oh no, not another one bites the dust. That was a very bad. I don't think that should count as a that didn't slow anyone down, by the way. Oof. Very nice game, though, except for e5 losing a pawn and missing rook takes b2 check. That was crazy. I need someone to come through for my tiebreak points.
"First time for me, good to eat."
Nice. Noodles, okay. Where is that fellow? He's still on a timeout, I'm sure. Chose no warrior. I'm trying to ban Blugfits. Where is he? Blugfits. Or was he already banned? He's on a timeout. No words may have gotten him. There he is. Got him. Kaboom. Ban the bots. He won't even know that he's banned. Chose no warrior. He will not know that he's banned. So let's see. I need some tiebreak points to come in. Of the games that are still playing. Uh-oh, he's a point and a half ahead of me. So who's still playing that I can get from? Nerding Geek. Charles beat Nerding Geek. I lost to Nerding Geek. So I need Nerding Geek or Senior Yaps to win. Nope. My tiebreaks could not be improved, regardless of what happened. Nicely done, Charles numero uno. That was good. Nicely done.
Pegasus Sway said, "Did you see the mountain bikes from the Paris Olympics today that they can ride these uphill slopes? Fun to watch."
Really? No, I haven't seen it yet. I was hoping that I could get downstairs. In fact, I'm probably going to use this time now, if I can. All right. It would be nice if we had a Lee chess streamer. Nobler1 is on chess.com. Let's take a quick peek to see who's streaming on Lee Chess. Kian Chess Coach was 3 hours ago. Eve Singularity was 2 hours ago. Broadcasts. I forgot there are a lot of broadcasts going on. We'll go with my old friend Alexandra.
Pegasus Sway.
She's always good.
Said, did the chess face file I sent on Discord work?
Hold the phone. I just started to reinstall Discord. I'll tell you what, I will message you because I don't think it did, but then again, I may not have checked in the last few. I think there was a problem with... What? Am I not streaming on Twitch? Twitch is asking me to log in. Join Twitch today or log in. This is very strange. That Twitch is actually asking me to log in at this point in the game.
Pegasus Sway. Said, yes you are.
Yeah, right? Check for the code. It's so strange, right? So the British Chess Championships are going on. It's quite lovely. Pontevedra, the Austrian Championships. Let's see, Twitch verification code. So if you've not yet subscribed on YouTube, you may find a playlist of my games there. It's very strange. Because it's not allowing me to type in the bloody thing. I'm hoping it's the last Streamlabs hitch. We will raid. Unrecognized command raid. That's so bizarre, right? What is up with that? We can do it the old-fashioned way, perhaps. I wonder who I'm actually streaming as. What do you think? Alexandra Samakanova is not appearing as streaming chess.
Pegasus Sway.
Or is she?
Nightbot recommended to watch gives a lot.
There we go. Found her. She only has 36 viewers? That's so strange. Very strange. I have to get on to my next lesson. So I want to thank everybody for being here. Ron, Pegasus. Cheers and ciao, everyone. Let's do Pegasus. Oh, Ron. Have none of my commands been working? Alright, so it seems to be working. Proceed. In any event, thank you everyone for being here. Cheers and ciao. Thank you, Ron. Have a truly great day, everyone. Off to my lesson.